Importance of inspections. And I think this is a good topic now because inspections are finally coming back. People are able to do them with not 72 offers on each house. You're able to get an inspection. How important do you think an inspection is, Andy? Because during this whole 2-year hiatus of inspections, and people were doing them, they just maybe weren't contingent upon them. I started going back on past listings and looking at requests that we did and how much it actually really cost and how many people backed out because of inspection. For those who don't know, there is a disclosure statement that people do fill out. If it's not factual or truthful, that you can certainly go after them. So if they said, hey, the roof is fine, but they took an insurance settlement on the roof and never replaced it, I mean, you can obviously go back to them. And maybe an inspection would have caught that. The other part is that were people really even going to fix anything? So when I looked at it, I said, okay, the inspection is going to cost you $500. The average of the repairs were maybe a couple thousand, maybe. And so I looked at it and I'm like, so what you're talking about is $1,500 to $2,500 that you're just thinking about, hey, that's what the more I have to spend for the house. You have a disclosure statement that backs it up. So if they do they had a bad furnace or they had a foundation that was falling down or they had water problems or they had mold, they have to disclose that. Now you might not find it and someone might not, but that's kind of the chance you were taking.
Home inspections for sure. Almost every house I'm listing and selling now has a home inspection being asked for again. I, as a selling agent though, too, I like to see people have home inspections because it gives them a chance to clear my seller of their liability. And if they forgot about disclosing something and the inspector, picks up on it and says, hey, what about this? And they go, oh my God, I forgot about that. Because a lot of times you've lived there, like that little video we watched where they've lived there since the 50s. They probably don't remember that, back in the 60s, do you remember this? In the 70s, this happened. And then the great power outage of 1983 and, or whatever. So those kind of things that are there, I think what most people want to get out of a disclosure statement is what's happened recently. Is everything performing properly based on its age? Is everything safe? Am I going to have any big expenses coming up here in the near future? It's not hey, here's 75 things that are deferred maintenance or honey-do list that we need you to do. Because that's the first thing I'll say. My seller, I never have had a seller that wants to do a honey-do list. We price the house accordingly to the condition it's in. I literally loathe agents that hand me these. You need to seal the caulking around the tub. You need to change the left light bulb on the left side of the light fixture. And I'm like, you're not the right buyer for us. Sorry. And they're so confused why. Listen, those are homeowner maintenance things. It's not an inspection thing. You tripped over that crack in the sidewalk, and now you put into a report that you want to have the sidewalk mud jacked, but you tripped on it on the way into the house. You knew about it when you wrote your offer. I'm making myself sound difficult. I'm not. I'm very protective of my peeps.
It is. There's a slippery slope, though, on it. In our industry right now, I mean, the buyer's in total control once they got the house. That whole inspection period, they can, again, ask for anything they want. And then just by the end of it, just say, oh, just kidding, I don't want it. Well, in the meantime, it tends to be kind of fighting, Why are those people doing it? And then it's agents that get in the way as well.